Okay, looks like we're ready to start. And for today's presentation, for today's demo meeting, we prepared update for MFTF tests. And John will start and share the brief update on our current status. John, feel free to do it.
Hello, awesome. Let me share my screen with y'all. Awesome. Can everyone see hip test here? Cool. So a brief update on MFTF. Last week we got the first 22 tests actually successfully merged to mainline MSI. So that was really exciting. It did take a bit of time to actually get them everything merged from both sides for MFTF side and for MSI, but they are now merged, which is very exciting. As you can see, we have 22 tests that have been successfully automated, that i.e. that they have been merged to mainline. We have 5 tests that are currently in a PR status. We will be reviewing those actual PRs today to hopefully get some notes onto them, and I'm hoping to get those successfully merged sometime next week. We have also 22 tests that have been kind of prepped for development, that if individuals wanted to pick them up and actually start doing test development, they can do that. They have corresponding XenHub tickets so that everything will be ready for anyone to actually pick them up and start developing. We have also 13 that are in progress. These are active in some branch, but they haven't been actually, the PRs haven't been opened up for them. So looks like we have about 18 tests in development. Actually, will be getting merged sometime, we're hoping next week, which is quite exciting. This week I've been working on improving the tests that we currently have. I've been setting up a new series of action groups to clean up the code, make it a lot more reusable and easier to read. And I'm working on developing the last main piece of metadata that we need. Right now we can create stocks and sources via the API, but we cannot assign a stock or a source to a stock yet because we need that center piece of metadata. So that's what I'm working on this week. Once I get that, we should be able to speed up our execution of the test. Currently, with 30 tests I have on my local branch, it takes about 24 to 26 minutes to run. I want to actually get that down. I can shave off several minutes as I improve the metadata. So hopefully next week we can get that down to around 20-minute runtime, and then actually get everything committed. But that's kind of a rough overview of the state of MFTF test for MSI right now. We are making progress, which is very exciting. I love seeing people actually creating the test, and very excited to dive into these PRs and to see how people are doing.
Cool, thank you very much. And looks like your statistic already a little bit outdated because we already have 7 PRs waiting to be merged into mainline. So,
okay. I will check the test and get these tags updated.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Thank you.
So, Kole, will you continue and will you show the demonstration of how our MFTF test running?
Yeah, hi. I'm just started, so I have just one scenario. So yeah, let me share my screen. Okay, so this scenario is about notify quantity below system config value and how it will use with our custom source. So here we have like manual hip test. So basically this is like we created custom source, we created custom stock, we assign custom source to custom stock. We assign our custom stock to our main website, and then we start creating our simple product with this custom source, set some quantity. After that, we navigate to source configuration uncheck our system value and set notify quantity below to 5. After that, we go back to our simple product, edit it, and set to our custom source like use notify quantity below system value. Save it, and we check that it actually will be 5. So that's how it looks in actual test. So that's a section before we before test. So we create simple category, we create source, stock, we log in, we assign source to stock and to main website. After we have like section after the test, well, we clean up everything like deleting category, disable our source, and after that, we assign default stock to main website and return our configuration to the default. And the actual body of the test, which is we creating a simple product with custom source. Then we change configuration for notifying for quantity below. And then we edit product and set to use it system config value. And we are checking that it actually, we have checked use system value, and our quantity, notify quantity should be 5. So that's generated version of this test. So let's run it. And yeah, here we are logging to backend. We already have custom source and stock. So now we will try to assign our custom source to custom stock and custom stock assigned to our main website. So let's see how it will progress. Yeah, here is our custom stock. So we find out it and yeah, assign it to main website. Take our custom source, assign it to our custom stock, saved it. Now navigate to create simple product. And filled in all necessary values like school, name, price, weight, assign it to category. Now we choose our custom source. Okay, source engine optimization. There is our sources. Pick up our generated source. Yeah, save the product. Yeah, set quantity to 100, saved product. Now we are navigating to our configuration, system configuration, and uncheck for inventory, notify for quantity below, set it to 5, save configuration, navigate to product back. Now we're trying to find our product. Yep, filters, pick up our product. Now we check the notify quantity use default, save the product, and now we verify that it's actually checked and 5, but unfortunately we don't see these checks on the screen, and it's after test. We go to the sources, disable it in order to not affect the next test. So disable it, saved, and return assign default stock to main website. And yeah, so assign it, save it, and finally we return configuration into the initial state. when we have notify quantity below, checked use system value. And that's successfully. So we have like 10 assertions and everything works fine. And that's all from me.
Was that the time there? It's about 3.5 minutes for that test.
Sorry.
About how long does it take to run?
Well, it's like installed Magento, so I have no caches, nothing like that. So it's usually it runs a little bit faster, like a minute or two.
Okay.
I definitely saw several areas when there were, I'll start working on new metadata to allow us to kind of speed that up so you don't have to do so much of the setup and tear down via the UI. I'm adding that to my list now for next week.
So can we expect that we will get some performance boost on the next MSI presentation in a week?
Yes, that's what I'm hoping for. Metadata is definitely the most complex piece for MFTF to get set up, so it does take a bit, but once it is set up, it will definitely help speed up this process. So hopefully by next week we'll have that.
Cool, cool. Thank you. Roma, do you have an update from your side?
Yes, of course. Hi all. Let me share my screen. Okay, here you can see my screen. I have written for test for MSI this week, and I will show you how it works. So let's begin from the easiest test, is to test MSI 950. If I open it, I can find heap test original ID, and we can find this test on heap test. Oh, heap test is loading. Okay. View test. And what is this test do? This test says that a stock cannot be deleted from the stock page by admin user when it has sale channels assigned. So what we should do in this task is we should create a website. We should save this website, of course. Then we should create new store, save this store, create a store review, save this store review. Then we should go to stores manage stock, add new stock, fill the name for this stock. In sales channel, we should assign the created website, click, and then we again go to the manage stock, so select this stock, and we should not see the delete button in this page. So as it showing in test, here I have my test. So I have some to-do actions. It's what John mentioned, that we will prepare a metadata instead of UI. So first I create basic MSI stock, create custom website, login as admin, create store review, and after it I clean all this data. And what test is doing, I'm going to the admin page. I am searching the created stock one. I am editing it. I am assigning to it custom website. I'm waiting white page is loading. I see that bottom delete is present, and after it I save and continue. And after save, I see that button is not visible. So let's demonstrate you how it will be go on. Let's run this test. So here we have admin panel. We are logging in. Here we have already preconditions, so it's one of our UI preconditions. We are creating store, saving it. After it, we will create store review with this custom store and save it too. Then we should go to the manage stock page. We open created stock, find it and open. We see that the late button is present. We choose second website, we save it, and now we see that late button isn't present. So we have green test. Another one task was task number 953. It's that simple product created on single stock mode by admin user. So we will find this issue and open heap test scenario. What should we do in this test? So we will test. So what we should do, we again should to create new website, save this website. Oh, this is not this one. Simple product. Oh, this is it, simple product created on single stock mode. So what should we do? We should create new category, go to the catalog category, add category, enter the name, save category, go to catalog product, add simple product, enter all necessary fields, click button save, then go to catalog products, check it in grid, and then go to the home page, open category page, verify that simple product is present, that name and price are correct, open simple product, and verify that name, SKU, and price are correct. So let's open it. So it's the same XML. So we also have before, we create category, we log in, and the test, we going to the product grid, we trying to add new product, we fill the simple data, we find our created category and assign it to category. We scroll page on the top and save it and close. Then we are checking that we are trying to find this product in the grid, and we are checking that all necessary fields are in. Then we go to the storefront category page, assert visibility of the product on category page, and then we open the product and assert that product is in stock, that SKU, price, and name are correct. Let me start this test. So again, we are logging in. Now we are going to create new simple product. We fill all necessary fields. Choose the category. Save the product and close. Check the grid. Find this product. Reset all columns. Check the grid. And now we are looking for it in category page. It is visible and it is in stock on product page. So we have again green test. The next one, it will be issue 954 is simple product assigned to not default source created by admin user. So again, open it on a heap test. Default source created by admin. So what we should do here, we should create new source. We should enable it, save it, and close. We should add new stock, fill all necessary fields, in sales channels, select main website, assign sources, assign test source 1. Then we should create a category, and click button save. We should add simple product, fill all necessary fields, assign sources, and assign here test source 1, set the 100 as quantity, should see success message, go to catalog product, and the same as the previous test, we should check all the necessary fields, go to the home page, check it on category page, and check that simple product is visible with the correct fields in a simple product page. So again, we have XML file. We have pretty big before action section. So we need to create simple subcategory, minimal source, basic MSI stock. Here we have a UI how we assign our source to sales channel. After it, we disable source and assign default stock to mail website. And here we have the test. So we go to the create product page. We fill all necessary data. We choose the needed category in drop-down. We click on assign sources. We assign created source. We click on checkbox to check it. We click done. We check that source code and name are correct. We set the quantity. We close it. Now we again check that the product is on grid correct. Go to storefront, check on the category page, and go to the product page, check it on the product page. So let's run this test. We are going to manage our stock. We need to assign website and also minimal source. Save it. Now we are going to create new product. We fill all necessary fields. Choose the category. Assign the source we created. Yes, click done. Okay. Now we should save the product. We fill the field quantity. Now we check this product in grid. Now we see the product is present on category page and it also present on product page and it is in stock. Now we have our after tear down. We are disabling the created source. And we should also assign the default stock to the main website. Okay, save. Okay, this test also green and it also passed. And the latest one, I will not show everything because it is like a similar. It will be faster. Not. 959. Out of stock threshold applied to simple product in advanced inventory product page. So what we should do here, view test. Okay, we again creating new source. We save it, we create stock, we save it, we assign a source to this stock, we create category, we create the new product. We are going to the category product and we should see the simple product in the grid. Home page, open category page, simple product is present. Now we again log in admin, open simple product, click advanced inventory, set out of stock threshold to 101, click done, save. Again, go to the home page category 1 and the simple product should disappear. So now I will not show you the code because it is similar. I just run the test. So we are logging. We are again managing our stock, assign the source to it, and also assign it to main website. Now we are going to the product page, create simple product, and as previous, fill all necessary fields, category, assign source, save the, assign default source to, and minimal source, okay. Save the product. Now we should go to we check the grid and go to the front end. The product is visible on category page, and then we return back and find this product in grid, open it, press advanced inventory, set out of stock threshold to 101, save the product, go to the front end again, and the product should disappear. Yes, it disappears. So now we have some after condition. So we again disable our source as we cannot delete it, but we need to disable it. And we also assign our default stock to our default website. Okay. Yes, this test is also green. Seems like every test was green. So that's all updates from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Roman. So I will share my screen to continue update. Actually, I have two major updates from my side. The first update that we still continue our modularity efforts, and this week we had pretty interesting talk in MSI Slack channel started by Max Bucknell regarding the some technical debt we have in MSI, which make us to be dependent on both API module as long as module containing the implementational details. And like we are continuously working on improvement this part. And during this week, Sergey Muta, for example, decoupled dependency from reservation module and make it possible for all the modules to be dependent just on the reservation API. But I will prepare some more particular tasks like Max mentioned. For example, for Magento inventory module, I was just waiting for another decoupling to be merged, and actually decoupling of introducing Magento inventory admin UI module, and actually we're merging these two requests now. So I will prepare some task, and I hope to share this task with Max either. So this is our update regarding the modularity efforts. And other pretty interesting update that would be interesting for those who are interested in design, especially. So we've got pretty interesting pull request from Ricardo Tempesto from Image Specialist regarding the web API improvement. And you probably know that we have some limitation in our web API framework, and actually this limitation make us to introduce setter method for our DTOs, for our interfaces which represent entity, like product interface, like stock interface, like source interface. Because web API actually make the object initialization using the reflection method and using the setter method we have in the interface. So in his pull request, which he made to Magento 2 main GitHub. Ricardo actually fixed this issue and make it possible to make the object instantiation using the constructor initialization, but not the setter method. And now, having this pull request, we are trying to eliminate setter method from our existing DTO interfaces based on an example of the source item interface and the source interface. So currently, Ricardo is working on this pull request, and we agreed that he will make a presentation the next MSI demo. So that would be really interesting to see immutable interface for representing some entity. That actually was a Magento technical debt for quite a long time. And if you will do that for MSI, that would be very interesting. So this is actually update regarding what Ricardo is working on right now, and this can lead to some slight refactoring of our interfaces and how we instantiate object representing entities in MSI. I believe we will have more feasible and more demonstratable update on the next demo. But this is just a description of our statuses. And the last, but probably not the least, I have a question to Mark, because currently we have pretty interesting situation. We had a bug regarding the configurable product, and actually the main idea of the bug that our configurable product supposed to change the state from in stock to out of stock if all the variations of this configurable product are out of stock. And we know that this behavior was pretty important for one of our big merchants, in particular to Helle Hansen, at some point of time, and we made that fixes in Magento 2.2. But currently, this introduced for us quite a lot of difficulties on MSI track, because most of our interfaces, like interface which represent whether product is saleable or not, they work dependent on, so they work in the context of stock, but not in the context of the website. But we have the assignment, and we have the enabling of the child variation in the scope of website in Magento. So if all of the child products are disabled, we can determine that using our current interfaces in MSI. So here is actually the question, like whether we need to keep existing behavior, like configurable products supposed to be in the state of out of stock if all the child products are disabled, or we can say that configurable products supposed to be disabled but not out of stock if all the child products are disabled. So what's the desirable state and the desirable behavior of the system here?
I think it's the first one, that they should be out of stock. What is, if the configurable product is disabled, what is the impact on the storefront? So what happens in that case?
He will just disappear.
Yeah.
But actually, he will, the same product will disappear as well if the product would be out of stock, and if there would be default configuration that out of stock products would not be shown.
So it still gives, the first scenario gives the merchant more flexibility, because it's going to depend on that setting of display out of stock products, yes or no. So they have the flexibility to either show that product even when it's out of stock and not be able to take orders on it, or if they've enabled back orders, they can show it and take back orders. If we just disable the product, then it's incompatible with those other options. So they cannot show it without taking orders or show it and accept back orders.
Okay. I got your reply. So now now we will need to meet this challenge and to think how to do it, because currently for us it introduced some difficulties, because we have like a product disability is determined in the scope of the website, but product in stock or out of stock determined in the scope of the stock. So taking into account that currently our interfaces accept stock as input parameter for us, and if we will pass the SKU of configurable product, currently we see that we have a lack of data to precisely determine whether the product is supposed to be saleable or not saleable. Okay, so now we will.
Yeah, and let me know if you want to have another meeting to go through it. That's fine.
Okay, cool. So looks like this all update for today, and all update for this week. If anybody, or maybe Mark, you have some particular questions for us, we will try to answer them.
No, I think it's great to see those tests in action, and it shows how the MSI project is really leading on automated testing. So that's very exciting for us. I don't have any other questions that we need to tackle at the moment.
Okay, cool. So thank you everybody for your for attendance, and see you next time in a week. And of course, if you have any question, just drop a line in MSI Slack channel, and we'll answer there. So don't wait for the next meeting. Just ping us earlier. Thank you, and have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks, bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.